Okay, think about this. You've probably done it a dozen times today alone. You see your battery is low, you grab your charger, and you plug it into the wall. It's such a simple act, but what's going on behind the scenes is this fascinating, almost violent transformation of energy. So let's follow that electron on its journey.
I mean, have you ever really thought about what's happening inside that little power brick? You know how it gets a little warm, right? Well, that little box is performing an incredible feat of electrical engineering every single second it's plugged in. We're going to crack it open, figuratively, and see exactly what's up. All right, so here's the fundamental issue. The electricity that's flowing through the walls of your house, it's a completely different beast from the gentle, super precise power your smartphone or your laptop actually needs to function. It's kind of like trying to drink from a fire hose. You just can't do it. And this is really the tale of two currents. On one hand, you've got alternating current, or AC. This is the stuff from the wall. Picture it like a wild, chaotic wave, constantly surging forwards and then backwards, over and over, 60 times a second. Then, on the other hand, you've got direct current, or DC. This is what our electronics crave. It's a calm, predictable, one-way street of power. Nice and smooth.
So that's the big question, right? How in the world do we tame that chaotic energy from the wall and turn it into the calm, steady power our devices need? Well, the answer is inside that humble little power adapter. It's like a miniature power plant, running that raw AC electricity through a 4-stage gauntlet to convert it into perfect DC.
And this right here, this is our roadmap. It shows the entire process from start to finish. You see on the far left, that wild AC wave coming straight from the wall. And on the far right, that's the pure DC our device needs. And in between, you see those 4 key stages: the transformer, the rectifier, the filter, and the regulator. Let's walk through them one by one. Okay, stage 1. First up, the electricity hits the transformer. And its job? It's all about managing intensity.
See, the 120 volts coming from your wall is, well, it's way too much for your delicate electronics. It would fry them instantly. So the transformer's first job is to step that voltage way down to a much more manageable level, maybe something like 5 or 12 volts. If you look at the wave, notice the shape is still the same. It's just smaller. It's still AC, but it's not a roaring giant anymore. All right, on to stage 2, the rectifier. Now this is where the magic really starts to happen. This is the heart of the whole conversion process.
So what is a rectifier? Well, by definition, it's the device that officially converts that alternating current, AC, into direct current, DC. Its entire purpose is to take that back and forth flow and force it, and I mean force it, to travel in only one direction. Yeah, the best analogy is probably a one-way gate for electricity. Or think of it like a bouncer at a club with a super strict one-way door policy. Current can flow in, but there's no way it's allowed to flow back out. No exceptions. And you can see the result right here. Look at that waveform. The rectifier has basically chopped off the entire bottom half of the AC wave. All those negative parts where the current was flowing backward, gone. So now we've got a current that only flows forward. But it's a really bumpy, pulsing flow. We've got direction, but we definitely don't have smoothness yet. And that bumpy ride brings us right to stage 3, the filter. It's time to smooth things out. Yeah, your phone would absolutely not be happy with that pulsing power. Those gaps between the pulses would cause all sorts of problems, flickering, or maybe just shutting down entirely. We've got to fill in those valleys. And that is exactly what the filter does. It's usually a component called a capacitor, which acts kind of like a tiny, super fast battery. It stores up energy during the pulse and then releases it to fill in the gaps. Now look at the waveform. See? It's much smoother. We've gone from sharp peaks to rolling hills. We are getting so close to that perfect straight line.
And now for the grand finale, the last artist in this process, the regulator.
So we've got rolling hills, but it's not perfect. Even with a filter, there are still these tiny little ripples and imperfections in the voltage. And for sensitive microchips, close enough is not good enough. You need absolute perfection. So think of the regulator as the ultimate quality control expert. It comes in and meticulously shaves off the tops of those little hills, outputting a rock-steady, perfectly flat line of DC voltage. This is the pristine power that your device was built for.
And there we have it. Let's just take a look at the whole journey one more time. From that wild AC wave on the left, it gets stepped down by the transformer, forced into one direction by the rectifier, smoothed out by the filter, and finally, perfected by the regulator. It's like a little 4-act play happening inside that plastic box every single second. So the next time you plug in your phone or your laptop, you'll know exactly what's happening in that little brick. It's not just charging. It's this constant, incredibly rapid, and super precise transformation that honestly makes our entire digital world possible. Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? Our world is just filled with these hidden, invisible processes, translating one form of energy or information into another all the time. So what other invisible magic is powering your life right now? Thanks for joining me on this one.